Hey, this is Jonathan, your GM for Demon Dayz, an actual play podcast with a focus on fiends and the friends who play them. We'll jump into the game shortly, but I wanted to give a couple shout-outs first at the top of the show. We've got Arcanite, our sponsor from the beginning. Their maps, props, and minis make our game a delight, and you should really go check them out. Also want to give a shout-out to KiloWhat, who has done our character art for the campaign, and it's awesome, amazing, badass. Seriously, our horny heroes never looked so good. You can find all her stuff at thebibliotaph.blog over on Instagram and KiloWhat_art on Twitter. Do yourself a favor and give her a follow. Now, 2020 didn't happen quite like we intended. And what that means is we didn't get to go to any conventions or see you guys out and about anywhere. Because of that, we have a ton of stickers just chilling, waiting for their forever home. So tell you what. Head on over to your podcast catcher of choice. Give us a little review. Show us that review by sending it over to thesedemondayz@gmail.com or sending it to us on Twitter at thesedemondayz or our Facebook. Doesn't matter which one. Send us the proof that you've given us a review so we can read the nice words you had to say, and we'll send a sticker your way. It's just that simple. And now, back to the show.
Friends, fiends! It's a beautiful day for storytelling, and boy do I have a story for you. When last we spoke, our heroes were on a fetch quest for construct pieces, which pitted them against a pair of umber hulks and a pair of basilisks. They prevailed against each and nabbed the loot like the badasses they are. And now we join them in their search for the last of the mechanical pieces. Will they find what they are looking for, or come to complete and utter ruin? Guess you'll have to stick around to hear more from these Demon Dayz.
You start to make your way back up the steps, and you notice that the Horn Devil is curious and looking out and about and trying to see if she can see you guys or see what's going on. Even a few feet off the ground, just even looking. Eventually, she does spot you as she gets closer to the middle, like at least Taslin. Oh, hey! I was looking for you. Was wondering if you guys had any luck where my cultists did not. Am I gonna have to punish some fools? Or did the elements punish them already?
Oh, there were some, how should we say it, some unexpected visitors down below.
And she lands back on her feet from floating up there. Oh, well, what kind of unexpected visitors?
Why don't we chat about it? I'd love to have a little bit more of some food. I'm rather ravenous. Care to join me?
Well, we can talk if there's anything you wish to discuss from home. If you have any news from Phlegothos or anything else, gossip, I'm all ears. And, whatever else we might get up to. And she kind of smirks in your direction.
I smirk back at her and just kind of go, I want to know more about these masks that these chained slaves of yours have. They're so interesting. And I start walking away back towards the cathedral to draw her away.
Yeah. She takes flight and does follow you. She's only going 5-10 feet off the ground, just enough to not have to walk. But she does follow you down that way, and she snaps her fingers and the chain devils arrive. Are you kind of ushering them towards the cathedral and inside it as they pass, or are you just staying out near the fountain?
No, I'm gonna do to the fountain because I'm gonna eventually work my way around it.
Okay.
But as I started moving forward, I just kind of motioned my hand so Feder would see that they could move.
Okay.
Cool. So my first, Yusuf, are you guys up there with her, or?
I think I went by myself.
She went by herself, but I'm assuming you had us go up this, go up the stairs as you were guiding them away.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna let you guys get out there first.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna try to go, and I can go fucking 90 feet, so I'm gonna try to get back the whole way across, like using the carts and shit as cover, essentially almost up to the bridge and past, and hide. Actually, I can go, if I take it back to there, I'll use my bonus action to hide. So I'll stealth to behind this cart, and then I'll hide as my bonus action. It's double action to move, to dash, and then hide.
Yeah, and everyone else is doing their best. Sonny got some good rolls too for just carting around and hiding behind stuff and traversing. She's basically watching Feder and like okay, he's going this way, and trying her best. And she had a good enough roll to not so much copy you, Feder, but she senses you're doing this right in terms of your bouncing back and like kind of you're angling your way very unnoticed. And she's locked in and trying to do the same thing and doing well, which leaves us Yusuf doing how he wants to traverse. But right now, Ezekela and the Chain Devils are much more interested in Tazla at the moment.
I'm kind of faced or having them face me so I'm closer to the door for the cathedral, so they face me in the cathedral versus the fountain. Because I want their backs to the carts.
Yeah, Ezekela starts to demonstrate, just pardon these devils of mine, they can't talk. But these are all our toys. I made masks from the toys. You saw some of the dinner we were eating. We eat people, we eat animals, and, we get a little bored out here. And we need a little bit of fun. And when we're not eating flesh and fornicating, we're stitching together skin and experiencing some of that glorious pain, And she continues on her way with that as the rest of you.
And I'm going to go ahead and do another 60 feet to the steps and then hide again.
Okay.
And I'm assuming, are we doing stealth? I mean, I'm doing stealth checks. I don't think that, and maybe we didn't explain this to our dear friend, but like she's dressed as a cultist. Like she doesn't need to hide in the same way that I do.
I don't think anyone explained it to her, but she is also playing it cautious and just taking a very unnoticed route. So if she gets caught, she can just be like, I was a bored cultist.
Right.
But she's also rolled pretty high on stealth, so I'm just...
Okay. Yeah, my stealth check was 25 to get through there and hide.
Yeah, she had like a 19. And with Tazlin's distraction, they're not even paying attention. Because, you got new guests, new people who seem fun, and you've been bored and holed up in this thing. Of course they're going to pay attention to her. But Yusuf, what are you up to? What are you doing? How are you traversing this?
So I rolled a 1.
Anyways, yeah. So you clink it under your robes as you go across.
Yep.
But thankfully, Tazlin is very interesting to at least Ezekela. The chain devils. It's hard to say what they think. Their faces are behind their masks, and they're posturing with their gruesome displays of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I get to the bottom of the other set of stairs.
Okay, and yeah, no one else is the wiser thanks to Tazlin and her conversation, and yeah, Ezekela's still going on, just the nature of fun, and betraying a little bit of boredom and pent up. You know how it is.
Mm-hmm. What are these masks? We've got an elf with a wolf, and I just kind of like pet that mask, and the other one is what?
A fox and a goblin. So very grotesque mixes of masks, and they're not even exactly half and half stitched, like another ear, or partials, and all over the place. So they had a lot of time to make some masks for themselves, and you even get close enough to them, just as part of I'm very interested in this. And you see that they were very cruelly peeled away. Everything about the masks themselves suggests a cruelty that you recognize from chain devils.
A goblin and a fox. That's quite a combo. How interesting.
Yes, and it's always fun to mess with nature like this and stitch them together and see what it looks like. I don't know. It's what the gods do, don't they?
And don't we all wish we were a little bit of a god?
Oh, maybe. They can't have that much fun, though. Quite like us devils, yeah?
No. We have far too much fun. All in the image of Her Lady of Pain and Pleasure.
Indeed. Don't be back there in her court and hearing the screams of those imprisoned and my girls here watching them work. I do miss it. We don't get enough meat here, or enough fun.
No, we don't. There also isn't as much color.
No. once Fiona has her way with the fall hold, I think I will take this place for myself and put my own spin on it. And she thinks for a moment. You know, I'm sure we'll be getting a cadre of cultists in a few days or weeks' time. What? Would you be interested in having some fun with the ones guarding the way?
What do you have in mind?
Something very painful for them. And she just seems very just into that idea. But, you know, they are guarding things, but at the same time, there's the 3 of us, 4 of us, and you seem to be pretty powerful.
Well, you know what? Why don't I go search around and find the ones that are slacking off, and I'll bring them back here, and we can experiment.
I will hold you to that. Don't keep a girl waiting. And you hear a clink clink from the chain devils in agreement as they jostle their chains.
I take my tail and just kind of like give her ankle like a little gentle touch, and then I'll start walking towards the other stairs that the group went up.
Okay. Let's see if the chain demon. No, the chain devil. You sense, you feel some air behind you as it attempts to try to reciprocate some sort of like flirty thing with its chain, but
Just like,
even you can hear though. You can hear some slight grunting as per Johnny there. That was actually the perfect sound.
fantastic. Hey, you know what? I've been a chain demon at some point. You know what I mean? Haven't we all?
Yeah, and then Taslan, you head out and either head up as you said you would, or you veer off. Either way, Ezekela and her chain devils are very distracted by the thoughts of future fun.
Yeah, cool. So I will meet back up with the group on the other stairway.
And Taslan, as you made your way down the stairs, you notice that with her safe stealth rolls, that Sunny was watching the exchange. She couldn't hear anything necessarily, but she was very curiously watching you all interact, and you see a very curious look, just like a interesting, very amused, curious, and intrigued by the 3 of your interactions.
Can I help you? Do you see something that you like?
So she kind of gets awkward about it. I mean, you guys look like you were having some kind of fun. I'm curious is all. And she moves to the other side. And I'm just like, all right, let's see. What we doing? She tries to brush it off.
I just kind of casually go, well, you know what they say about the curiosity and cats.
She says, no, no, I don't.
You probably don't want to find out.
Okay. And then, you rejoin the rest of the group.
Yeah, north is up. More lava fun, I'm assuming, down this way. I'll go ahead and kind of scoot down there.
Sure.
Do we want to bird it again in case there's more basilisks?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. Out pops the bird.
Croak, because they don't caw. It's a raven. It doesn't caw.
And then, they do their round, and you see as it takes its route.
Forge.
Any shiny?
Nothing immediately. So there's this initial stone island that looks like the main forge. It looks abandoned, but it looks like it's in relatively good shape. And you see a few more other stone islands that are connected by similar pathways, similar to how the prison was off to the west. Although in this case, you do notice a little bit more gathered rock and rail. Not necessarily railing, but something to at least protect any forgers from just accidentally stepping into lava. So there's a little bit more care and protection here, but it's still very in the lava and around the heat. Mm-hmm. Like it's not active, but nothing looks broken down or worn down.
Sonny, it was awfully hot when I went down to the other side of this thing. You can stay here for the moment. We have kind of a natural predilection towards resisting the heat. I would hate for you to, catch fire down there. It's fairly unpleasant.
Oh, I can look out. I can be a lookout up here and keep an eye on things.
Great. Just, cult it up. You saw them just piss about.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty. Well, no time like the present, I suppose. And I'll just kind of go ahead and I'll walk down and just eye for detail, investigate the forge as I see it, at least the main part.
I'll go too.
Yeah, as you get down there, once again, even though it doesn't affect you guys nearly as much with your infernal heritage, you do feel an intense heat that does cook through at least You feel it through the soles of your footwear, and you wonder how anyone else could deal with that. I mean, dwarves naturally would have built some sort of boot or something to help them down here, but it's also fucking hot down here too. And not even a minute after down there exploring, you're also like, Feder, you're loosening your tie a little bit more, you're buttoning your shirt a little bit. It's just hot, burning, perfect environment for a forge like this, but nothing in your initial search comes to mind. You see some gears, the anvils are in good condition. On the table, sort of in the central part of this center island, there's a few books that are opened, and they have various, not so much recipes, but instructions and things to build that are more functional.
Dwarven crafting book, Yusuf?
A dwarven crafting book, yeah. A basic one, so nothing too complex, but enough that if you read through it and really got to it, you could probably do some basic forging.
You haven't made any glasswork in a while. I don't know.
I haven't, but now is definitely not the time. I will take that book, however. Stow that away.
Other than that, your search turns up nothing else, nothing secret. It's all pretty open.
Right, well, I'm starting to sweat in several fairly unsavory places, so are we going to call this a wash and assume it's the other way?
Yeah, sounds good.
I like to be hot, but not like this.
You start to head down, or head to the southeast stairs, and you find this area was hit hardest by quakes, collapses, and decay that comes with time. And your initial read on this place as you get down there onto the landing is that it was the residential area of this delve, this Dwerin delve, this dwarven place. This is where the people lived when they weren't working, tending to prisoners or mining. And you see a few various structures that have no roof. The roofs have caved in, but walls are still standing. You can see the semblances of some housing down there. You notice a building that may have once been a general store or an administrative building. It's hard to say. It doesn't seem to be like the rest of the other places that are more house-like and very rigidly structured, very suburb-like, just tiny boxes. And as you make your way down, Feder, you notice just around this well that's directly in front of you, you see a few splotches and scatters of blood around there. Not exactly that old.
I'll put a hand up, and do the look at me eyes, and then to Yusuf and Taz, and then make them aware of the blood.
Yusuf pulls out his sword.
I'm gonna take a long, slow, I'm gonna sneak around through the barracks room, head to the west side of this, and just kind of start to just case the joint around that way, just looking for things and stuff. Being, I'm trying to do a little bit of stealthy stealth, just because I still think there might be something down here with us.
Sure. And with your passives, Feder, you don't really have to roll anything else. Anyone else, if you want to look, I would suggest you do make investigation rolls. But you're seeing a lot of lodgings all lined up in a row, and scattered broken chests, broken beds. Some beds are still workable living quarters, and housing homes that are crushed completely by rock debris and cave-in. There's even one sad one here to the south that you see a jutting of a table and a place setting sitting out from it, and some skeletons nearby. And the whole thing feels a bit tragic and a bit melancholy, in the sort of what happened long ago here. This was once a peaceful place.
Yeah, meat sacks, whatever.
Yeah.
I got a 21 to look over in these far south barracks.
Sure. You find rusted and broken pieces of armor in some of them, mining implements. Some here were workers. You see a collection, in one of them you see a collection of skulls just piled up to the one corner. Maybe they died of hunger, who knows. But you also see scattered papers and leaflets, some journals, a lot of hints at people living here, but nothing that's specific enough to really draw your attention. Like Feder said, a bunch of meat sacks, but stuff today was a good day, and we got some great progress on the forge and mining, and etc., etc.
And you didn't even have to use your AK. Sorry.
And yeah, you guys continue to make your way down, and you see more of these empty structures with just debris, detritus, and a few places where if you had wished, if you planned to rest, There's still workable beds. There's still some comfort in here, not all destroyed by rock. And as you sort of get closer to the end, toward the southern tip, Taslin, since you're closer, you see another dip, a more casual incline this time around. It's more of a slide down. You do hear some splashing about, like, and some a solitary voice in a language you don't necessarily recognize, but there's someone rooting around further south from where you are, Taslin.
Someone, or perhaps the Otiug?
Bird.
All right, I'll go up next to her.
And yeah, you send the bird down, and there's a lower ceiling here on this incline as it makes its way down, so it has to get down there. If you guys were to follow it eventually, it would be a slide down.
It hops. Instead of flying, it just kind of like hops down.
Yeah, and it opens up a little bit more, maybe 8 feet or so. It's not very big down there, but you do notice that the bird sees one solitary figure, a very short, very dark grayish dwarven figure with crackly gray, dark ashen skin and a very stone-like face, just rooting around and poking at these 2 legs, metallic legs that are sticking out of the ground, and it's speaking in a language you don't understand, very guttural, very...
Legs are down there.
Okay.
Also, quick first, Haslin, you also notice that there is a remnants of a stone perimeter and a circle that's either a summoning circle or a portal, but most of whatever existed there was washed away or broken away from time. So you see partial glyphs, partial things. Nothing there works, but this area could have been something more magical at one point in time. Like maybe the dwarves had a wizard's tower or a hut for their resident archmage or a mage of some kind. It's a lot of conjecture, but there's a circle there. It's faint, but you notice it with your bird's eye view.
I can sneak down here. Anyone understand that? Because I certainly don't.
No.
But I could. I mean, one of the other not many tricks here, but the one I do have, I could listen in on his thoughts if I can get close enough. So I can slide, I'll try to slide down this little incline and hide myself and at least see what his deal is before I slit his throat. How's that sound? I don't have to slit his throat if he's like a nice old man or something, but,
I mean, he looks like a dwarf. There's any way for us to...
Yeah, but that ain't dwarf. I mean, I'm not fluent, but it doesn't sound like thieves can't use the odd dwarven word, and I don't think that's that. But whatever. But let me see if I can tickle his noodle and figure out what his deal is. Yes? No? Sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll try to very again, if I can get my hands and feet out on that slide. Occasionally, I'll kind of I'll let the momentum take me, but I just want to be able to break it. And then I want to get down to the bottom and essentially find a place to hide within 30 feet of this dude.
Sure. And as you slide down, I would do add another stealth roll to this, just for the sake of there's rock, and you did hear him splashing around. So there is at least a inch to half an inch of water.
Oh, fun. That's a natural one, John.
Oh, no.
And this die is going into the dice jail. Goodbye, friend. At least it's not the fucking lava, you know what I mean?
Right, true. You start to make your way down, and you think you got it. There's a moment, just a briefest moment of hubris. You're like, I did the lava. I did this thing. This fucking basilisk, whatever. And just your foot jams into the rock a bit awkwardly, and the rest just kind of slides out under you, and you splash into where you are, and that guttural noise you were hearing and rooting around, like, gosh, goes completely silent. Gosh, gosh, and you hear some noise, just breaking of stone off to the far west, toward the edge near that ring, and you see another rocky dwarven thing start climbing through the hole and just looking at him like, gonna, and they are attempting to determine what's going on. Yeah,
I'm gonna hide in one of these little alcoves, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to cast. I'm in within 30 feet of him. Detect thoughts on the first dude that was there.
Okay.
So concentration up to a minute. Let's see. For the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures when you cast a spell. As your action on your turn until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. As an intelligence of 3 or lower, you don't creatures unaffected. Initially get surface thoughts. You can either shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper into the same creature's mind. If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw of 14. So I'm going to do I'll do surface thoughts for both and see if I can get a read on what the interaction is here.
Okay. For surface thoughts, you've got a bit of alarm. Definitely thoughts of, I thought we were the only ones here. Mm-hmm. Are we alone? Was there more? Are we going to be attacked? What is this thing you found? Are people going to want it? Things along those lines. A lot of flurry of panic. They weren't expecting extra noise outside of their own that they made. Another thought crosses just the surface of just, this was supposed to be simple looting.
I'll probe a little deeper on the first ones.
Okay. It rolls a 2. Yeah, the one that you were trying to probe deeper, you get more descriptive of it was attempting with its mates to come in at various key points, dig through, and try to find anything that they could of value to take down with them to their Underdark.
Cool. I'm going to, and look at me doing all the weird casting today. I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy and try to just rumble the stones around the stone circle, like give them a little fright, and also maybe clue the folks up top that I might thinking about doing something.
Okay. As you do that, it does catch first the attention of your mates as they're right there.
I mean, it's just like a tiny little earthy quake, like rumble.
Yeah.
I'll move down.
Okay, you move down. They're freaking out a bit. Like, one is moving around the circle trying to look and see if there's anything going on. The other one has moved out. It has started to pocket the legs because they're shiny. They have value.
Okay. As soon as I see that he has them, I'm bum rushing him.
Okay.
Knives out.
No.
What? Oh no, what?
I just, because I was gonna, they look cute, so I was gonna approach them all nice and stuff, and
whatever. Fucking, what are they? Ungers? What are they fucking called?
Duergar.
Greydorf? Yeah. Waka waka. Lawful evil. Evil. He has what I need.
Okay.
So I do not need him.
chaotic neutral. I am reaching into my pouch to pull out the diamond, in the process of kind of putting the big smile on and being hi, totally trying to approach, we're nice, how's it going? And then Feder just like a freaking linebacker.
Shankity shank shank.
You know I love the anime run and slice. It's my favorite move.
Yeah, so with that, and you'll be able to start with a round of surprise, Feder. We can roll some initiative on this.
Fantastic. Okay. Oh boy, 16. My initiative bonus went up as well when my dex went up. It's another fun additive thing.
Hey, I nat 20, so 22 on my initiative. I see him bum rush the dude, and I'm just Feder!
Do. Oh boy, so the first one is a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, dragon in the left hand, because of course I'm left-handed. Mom's dagger in the right. First one's a 26 to hit? Yeah, 26 to hit. And that's, yeah, so 7, 10, 16, 21 points of regular damage and a spicy 2 points of acid damage on top. Second hit is a 17 and 8 is 25. And that's just another 8 points of damage just for funsies.
All right, yeah. You get in with your bum rush and manage to sever both arms from him. And he falls to one knee. And he's in no great shape to be doing anything. And that's where we'll start. Top of the round, Tazlin.
So,
Oh, wait, were we not killing these guys? I thought we were killing these guys.
fun fact, Tasslin is also left-handed, although she's ambidextrous. Yeah, so... Okay, so I'm gonna run up, and I'm actually going to grab at Fetter, be like, Fetter, no, we don't... They're just trying to find stuff. Like, we can barter.
But his arms are already off. I mean, come on. Look how clean that cut is.
It's very clean, but we don't need to fight them. They're little dwarf things.
Do you talk under thing? Because I don't.
I don't, but I do not. But I'm pretty sure they speak the language of shiny, and I have shiny. We both have shiny.
Well, what's he gonna hold it with?
Fetter. 2 points.
What? I'm very tempted to. I know it's only 6 seconds. I want to like reach down and pick his arm up and wave at him with it. Anyway,
God.
I don't do that. I don't do it.
So
I'm gonna-
you have a chance. Like,
Oh, God.
if you're really interested in keeping the peace, you can try to make your case to those who don't.
Well, I
understand you.
mean,
but
both his arms are gone. There's not really much I can fucking do at this point.
Pay off the other one. I don't know.
Pick him up and slap him with it? Beat him to death with the wet end? I don't know.
I'm gonna make a very pointed, like, shooing motion at the other one that's further away.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna... God damn it.
Shoot,
and then
shoot. We're just gonna
Eldritch,
kill your friend.
and then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the one that has no arms. Because there's...
Oh my God.
Damn it, Fetter. Like...
Just go away. Just.
No one was complaining when I killed 8 people by myself before anyone lifted a
They
goddamn
were
finger.
fucking cultists, not dwarves just looking for things. For
You're
their
saying
nests.
dwarf like he's not like a grade modeled monster person. Look it up in the Dungeon Master's Guide. That's all I'm saying.
Meta knowledge, okay? 20. What is it? Hold on. Oh god, I can do math. Now I'm just like all flustered. 24.
So-
I did math correctly
24.
in my head.
24 to hit or 24 damage?
24 to hit, and then
Yeah. Oh god.
and then 22 for the second blast on this guy, point blank.
Oh my God.
His bits shatter every which way as you obliterate this dark dwarf, and he is no more.
Yeah, I just look at the other one and tell it, like, again, shoo.
Yep. That's it.
Yusuf comes in the background. You'll be the one to tell our story.
My head is in my hands, guys. Like,
Your head was in your hands as you Eldritch Blast the one dark dwarf into.
yeah.
Careful, Taz. Don't mess with the. Don't ruin the legs.
I can't ruin the legs. You cut his arms off. He was holding the legs. He doesn't have the legs anymore.
No, the robot legs. The robot legs.
You cut the legs.
those-
The
I've got tear in my eye.
I will totally just accidentally let slip. Oh, don't act like you weren't eating a human like 15 minutes ago.
I mean, so were you. So
Yeah, well, I don't have a problem with that. Apparently you do.
I don't have a problem with it either because he was already freaking dead.
It's a lot of words for your round. By this time,
Yeah, Yusuf isn't even there yet. He's just still hoofing down the wall.
I would say for a second that-
John is crying. He's wiping
Yeah.
away tears.
well, what happened was I started to tear up, but then the tear got into my eye again. And so it's burning like a motherfucker
The tear
right
was
now.
so unhappy it turned around and tried to go back.
Yeah, my eyes are burning.
It's like, I want nothing to do with this conversation.
You were like Will Ferrell with Will Ferrell as Sherlock Holmes forcing the tear back into his tear duct.
My God.
Right, exactly. But I would say, given that exchange is great, but it will cost the dark dwarf is very perceptive of Talzin's motion to leave, and you see it disappear, and you start to hear burrowing behind it directly, and that's its turn. So now Feder and Sunny and Yusuf will have had their chance to get on there just to tidy up the round again.
Get down. So what's the... Whoa. Did this guy's arms fall off?
Yeah, they totally did. As I'm like picking the robot legs up.
And I just look at him.
They don't make dwarves like they used to. I don't know. Just put these in the bag, okay? Like, is that guy still around? Can we see him? Or is he...
You have to do some perception checks. Feder,
Yeah,
you get closer.
eye for detail. I rolled a 19 on the die, so...
A lot. 28.
Would you just leave him alone?
Feder, you hear, and you can see the stone near that corner of the wall just going, vibrating, and you hear noise of digging, and you get the sense that the thing just pieced out and is digging underground. It's making its way out. It's trying to leave.
Look, he's running away. It's fine.
Yeah, it is fine.
Great, cool. So, are we done here? Anything else to look for? As I'm just like, like walking around, kicking over rocks.
I literally still have my head in my hand, like...
That was real quick. You gotta admit.
Yep.
Look, what did you want? Like, whatever. Is there anything else in this, like anything of interest around this circle or anything else nearby?
Other than that, you can see a few runes and design on the circle. The rest are all sanded off and broken down with age, but otherwise nothing else.
Does that mean anything to you?
23 for Arcana. I clearly am looking for something to distract me.
Similarly to what you guys experienced with your rune trading before, you and Feder did before, where you had a bunch of symbols that you copied down from the last transportation portal. This is something very similar to that. Although the runes themselves are a bit different, and you only have like one or two of them, not enough to do anything with. But they're still, you note them.
All right, cool. Great. So, now that we're a bit away, we sneaking past what's her nuts? Or are we gonna fucking... I feel like I could take her and those two chain demons. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty loose.
Don't we have all the parts for this robot now?
Yeah, but it's like a servant. Like, I don't really want to... You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to put it together and then hand it to them. I either want to get past them and put it together, or kill them and put it together. So, what do we think?
I don't know.
I feel like if we sneak past them this time, it's going to be the last time we can do that.
Yeah. Or just fucking kill them. I don't know. What do you think? It's gonna be a tussle. They look fucking mean.
I would say my powers are about half. I'm full health, but I'm out of a lot.
Sunny chimes in. Could we use their hospitality as long as we can, and then when the jig is up, we cut them?
I mean, I could probably get you guys past them one more time. Like, that's it.
Yeah. The only thing that I'm just putting it out there, and again, whatever the group says, I'm fine to do. We're just gonna be moving forward knowing that they're behind us. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's that. Just look, very, very literal. That's the choice we're making right now. I'm happy to just sneak by them. If they catch us, we'll fuck them up and deal with the consequences. But if we can sneak past and keep going, then bully for us.
It's up to you, Chewbacca. Do you want to keep carrying C-3PO?
I thought you had all those parts in the bag.
Parts in the bag.
Well, you handed the torso to Yusuf.
Yeah, which then I thought I handed to you.
Which he handed to you to put in the bag. We should have all parts should be in the bag as I'm handing you the legs presently.
Okay.
The only thing I still have, like, in one of my pouches is the core.
The core's fairly large, isn't it?
Is it? I thought it was like the size of a fist. How big is it, John?
I don't remember specifying that. Maybe about...
Well, I remember the Aranese was using 2 hands to carry it. Or
Yeah,
she had it like, she had it under her arm like a football.
It's about melon-sized, so...
Oh, okay. Like a honeydew?
Yeah, around there.
All right, I probably would have given that to her to put in the bag then.
Okay, so what if we just shake the bag and open it and the baby robot pops out? That's how that works, right?
No, that's not how that works.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. So, moment of truth. We're going to sneak by?
I mean, if it goes south, it goes south.
All right.
You know, or we just, I mean, they're not expecting us back in any time frame. I mean, how long have we been doing all this, John? If we wanted the option to take a long or a short rest in these barracks, could we do it?
At least a short rest.
We could take a short, right? And spend some hit die.
Yeah, I mean, you're coming on the evening at about this point.
We're all at full health, aren't we?
I'm down 7, but I haven't really made a thing of it.
And I could get my curse back.
You can get your curse back on a...
Short rest, yes.
The hell do I get if I do a short rest?
So yeah, I mean, we take a little time, have a drink and a smoke, and then it doesn't look like we're, you know.
Contemplate the choices of the universe.
Sure.
But yeah, Feder, as far as time goes, you are able to tell that it is getting on maybe 10-ish in the evening. So you guys have been in this place, in these shenanigans, pretty much all day.
Okay. I mean, we could bed down for the night, but I feel like that leaves us open for them to jump us, which would rather not be the case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys tell me. I'm out of brain tricks, but all my pointy tricks work. You know what I mean?
I feel like Ezekela E would come looking for us if we tried to do a full sleep, or more importantly, me if we tried to do a full sleep.
You did mention fun shenanigans with the cultist up there to the north of this place, near the door.
I do have an easy way for us to get close to them to kill them if we need to, if we want to.
What's that? I mean, what, you go in and...
Well, I mean, I told them I'd bring back some lazy cultists to have fun with. And I just kind of smile at Sunny and Yusuf, who are still wearing the cultist robes.
Sunny's eyes like, oh, no,
Yeah.
I mean, we can do that to get close to him, and then I can just swing away. That's the plan.
Are you going with Sunny as bait? I sneak in. Yusuf charge.
I was gonna say me as bait.
I could take you both.
Sure, and I'll just try to get somewhere advantageous and make a thing of it. You know, when the things pop off. Can we have a word? I feel like we need a word. We need the opposite of a safe word, like a not safe word.
Bonzo.
We're talking about this while resting, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that you've picked one of the more spacious places that at least has some cover.
This is our short rest?
Yeah.
As long as we're not doing anything other than relaxing and talking, it counts as a short rest for 30 minutes.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a nip of the flask and roll a cigarette, chew on some rations.
Sonny's munching on some berries.
So you wanna... Yeah, but like, you know that they're gonna want to tie up the Yusuf and what's her nuts? Sorry, Sunny. Like first thing, right? I mean, they're chain demons. It's in the name. You know what I mean? Like, it's very their style.
I feel like I'm going to get eviscerated just for the heck of it as an intro to the fun.
Obviously, it's more of a walk up and, hey, here's our fun, and then
boom. Ha!
The fun is us attacking. Like,
sure.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going with plan fight as opposed to plan sneak?
Sure. Why not?
All right, well, fine. I mean, I'm tying up loose ends. I'm all for it. Because then it's going to take some time, obviously. If everything we heard from me is that she's been waiting for people to show up and no one showed up. And we've taken out 2 retinues now. If we clear these guys out, easy peas. Like, I think we can have the run of the place, at least for a little bit. It's just going to be, I feel like it's going to be it's going to be a slobber knocker, you know?
Yeah, Feder, you do get a sense that there's going to be a bit of a fight to it. They're a bit hardy.
Yeah, I'm sharpening up my knives on a little whetstone either way. But I'm like, I don't know. Whatever's clever, however we feel.
I mean, yeah, let's do it.
In God and country, yeah? All right, well, woohoo. So you're leading him in, yeah? That's what we're doing?
I summon Shenzo again.
I want to casually look down this well, too, while we're hanging out here.
Sure.
Gonna drop a skeleton like the drums of Moria.
Yeah, and then just giant girthy tentacle comes out and eats it and just consumes me whole. Yeah.
Hey, you look down there. It's just a large, dried out well. With your dark vision, it goes about Well, you don't see far enough down because it's a pretty deep well, but from what you do see, you don't see or hear much activity down there.
Can I do like an investigation to figure out where this blood came from?
Sure.
With an eye for detail. I was out of the tray, but...
Then no.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Just the way the splatter is, it's trailing off and kind of where it is in relation to the well itself. This all seems to emanate from the well. Whatever came out maybe got some damage or wound and either met their end there or crawled back. Because you can even see some smears on the stone of the well itself, more dried. But also, this doesn't seem, in your investigation, very old.
Right. Something newish. All right, well, when we get jumped by a mystery monster in the middle of the fight, then I'll feel bad about it. But otherwise, I'm just going to hang back and kind of wait for Operation Prisoner Transfer.
Check this little nook before we get out of here.
Sure. You see, Yusuf, you have to really squeeze through that last portion to get into there. And when you do poke through, you see a hole similar to what was dug through from the Dark Dwarf further south of here. Mostly closed, not fully closed up, but enough to tell you that something may have crawled through here at one time. And you can see some blood around the edges of it.
Gotcha.
So.
All right.
So from that, and if you confer with Feder about it, you would guess that maybe some more of those dark dwarves have crawled through, or other scavenger types have picked this place clean and continue to try and pick it clean of things and try to make some sort of headway, but don't dare get anywhere close to the central part of this place. They sense a greater evil than they're used to.
Got it. So just to be clear, it's go time, right? We're not going to try and sneak past. It's just we're going to walk us up and we're going to Cleavetown.
Yep.
I mean, I'm happy to do it, but it seems like Taz feels like she's paying off the hints of an obligation that she made earlier to give us kind of a jump.
Yep. Okay.
Might as well.
Just wanted to double check.
If we die tragically, I love you all. Especially you, Sonny, and I wink at her.
She smiles. Back at you, bro.
I kind of look at Feder like, hey.
I slap her on the ass.
And yeah, you can head forward and begin your...
I say, don't have too much fun without me.
I always get the party started.
Do we have a word? Did we figure out a word? Or shit just gonna pop off?
Pop, pop.
Pop, pop!
You hear Sonny say, are there any barrels nearby?
No barrels this time.
No barrels.
All right. Well, go ahead. I'll figure it out.
Are you going to lead us around the other side so that they'll be looking that direction? Maybe Feder can get behind them?
When Yusuf pulls his sword, that's when it'll be go time.
All right.
Because trust me, he'll probably pull it very quickly.
Okay.
All right.
Godspeed. God's dead. Whatever.
All right.
Righto.
Come on, my little cultists.
And Tazlin, you move forward. Yeah, you make your way back up with Yusuf and Sonny in tow.
I get within view and I'm kind of like doing the sultry walk up and like, well, I found myself some fun. How about you?
Yeah, and Ezekela leaps up, gives a little bit of a flight and floats down to you and just smiles, a fangy smile like, oh, fun. You found some. Mm-hmm. Shall we take this into the cathedral? What better way to have fun than to defile a place of worship?
Well, here, let me, and I kind of reach back to pull Yusuf along, and we're gonna pull him towards the middle here, so we're in between the two of them.
Kind of by the fountain?
And they're facing away from the stairway where Feder is.
Okay.
And I want to start to slowly sneak up the stairs so that I can try to be able to peek, kind of lay low and peek up around the corner.
And I'm just gonna say, I think you'll find this one quite interesting. And I reach up to the hood and I actually pull it down.
Oh, to reveal?
Yeah.
On my hood?
On your hood, yeah.
Okay. Pop, pop.
Hood goes down.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. Did you roll a 1?
I did for my second attack. The first one's a 20.
Holy Avenger!
A crit and a 1. Okay.
Okay, so the first one's a crit. Second one is a definite miss. I need more dice. Hang on a second.
I need more dice. I need more dice.
Okay, so I got to roll this twice. That's doubled. that's doubled because I'm blowing a 2nd level spell slot for the smite. Oh, fuck me. I gotta roll. Everything doubles, right?
Yep.
Except for your like strength mod.
Yeah.
And your,
so
your strength and proficiency mod. At
modifiers don't get doubled. Base damage does.
All the dice.
So all this is +5. Okay. So,
but like all the dice means all your smites if you're smiting.
Right. Yeah. No. Okay. So that's doubled. I got to roll that twice. I got to roll that 4 times. Okay. Okay. So radiant damage off the top. We've got 19 points of radiant damage plus 8 is 27 plus 7 is 34 plus 11 is 45 plus 11 again is 56 plus the sword damage itself. That's 56 points of radiant damage plus 7 plus 14 plus 5 is 19. So what I say, 56 plus 19?
Yeah.
Okay.
75.
75 points of damage.
Woohoo!
And that, yeah.
And the other one misses.
Her eyes go wide, and you get just the motherfucker of all attacks in on this surprised Horn Devil. And not only do you do serious damage, but you remove her right arm completely, and she shrieks back in just a ground-shattering shriek and cry of pain. Immediately and in unison, both the Chain Devils eye in directly on Yusuf. Just the face masks immediately like turn, they click into place, and you hear from them an earth-shattering, ground-shattering shriek. And we will begin initiative.
Combat! Oh, wait, I'm out of time because you are out of ale. Let's pick this up again later, and I'll tell you what happens when our heroes face off against that vile Horn Devil and her Chain Devil minions. All that and more from yours truly, here in these Demon Dayz.
And then, all right, so 3, 2, 1, and
Check.
all right.
Hello. Aha. Okay.
All right.
Chachi Niner.
All right. I think we're good.
All right, so
Okay. That's why you guys didn't hear me say it. So I rolled a 1 when I got to the top of the stairs.
But you don't need a stealth. Anyway.
yeah.
Well, I was just trying to be nonchalant and like do the thing, but that's part of stealthing, as you said. That's the the Assassin's
The other
Creed bit.
part, sure.
I love that. This is OC out of character stuff, but we waited for this, and then you get a 1. I love it. I love how that turns out. And as you sort of get closer to the end, towards the southern tip, the southern tip. Goddamn mouth.
Hold on, give me a second. I need to plug my headphones in because they're dying. I had this voice that kept talking to me, and I was like, is that coming from somebody else? And then I realized it was
Charge me.
it was like battery low.
Yeah, one of my I have a pair of like the cranial resonance headphones, like Aftershocks, and they say it in the weirdest voice, but they're like, please charge me. And it's like, it's kind of sad and it makes me feel weird and I don't like it.
Yeah, it was this very
Please,
calm feminine voice, much like that. Battery low.
don't let me die.
And we will begin initiative next time.
In months and months.
So you need to remember that
boy.
you did 75 points of damage to her, Drew.
I'm writing it down right meow.